Hey, I've been building backlinks in the legal space since 2008, even before there was email outreach software. And I can tell you this one thing, there's so many mistakes with backlinks in the legal space. And the reason why that is Indian outreach SEO companies. Listen while I tell you more. If you analyze a legal website's backlink profile, most of them have the most horrible profile you've ever seen, because these outreach companies have been specifically targeting legal sites and lawyers because they know they're high value, and they've been selling junk links for 2 decades now. And these links are now slowly getting ignored by Google, and we have the strategy that's going to help you get past that point. And we use this strategy with large legal sites in this space that work nationally, and we are getting excellent results. So stay tuned. So instead of sending your hard-earned cash to all these marketing and SEO agencies specializing in legal, and you get all these toxic crap backlinks, we're going to give you the proven methods that even a mid-sized legal firm will be able to outrank some of the big guys with this targeted approach that I'm going to share with you now. But before I share that secret with you, let's just kind of go through some of the stuff that's currently being done these days. There's a whole bunch of buying lawyer directory backlinks. Google is looking for is uniqueness in the space. So one of the first things in this space is buying bulk lawyer directory links. It's like paying for a billboard space in the ghost town's main street. Your listing might exist, but nobody is looking at it. And Google normally treats this as a spam signal rather than a vote of confidence. What's really interesting, whether it's the legal niche or any other niche in the SEO space, is if all the competitor websites have the same link profile, or like there's the same core links within that niche, it's like very clear that they're buying links from vendors or using directory databases, doesn't give anyone a competitive advantage. Like if 60 to 70% of your links are exactly the same, they just don't really count because everyone has those same links. And what'll happen in that space is that if you just get a couple of really unique links that are super targeted, that's what will make it pop. And that's the secret here. That's one of the secrets. Now, the other part of this equation is guest posting. And if you're guest posting on all these random business sites like top 10 reasons to hire a lawyer, it's absolutely boring. And it doesn't do anything to move the needle. You've got a high DR 70+ link with a 10,000 monthly traffic. It just doesn't work these days. The Google link spam update hit in 2021. It's 2025 currently right now, halfway through the year. And to think that those strategies that were kind of like outdated 4 years ago actually still work is absolutely mind-boggling for me. You know, these do not work anymore. You need to have a new strategy. And the reason why these links don't work is, let's just say this is the legal niche, right? Like everything within lawyers is enclosed in this niche, and as far as like a place on the internet. Now, if you're going out and like, you know, getting backlinks from all these business blogs over here, Google's simply ignoring them. They're not looking at those links. They're not interested in those links because they only care about legal links. They don't have an infinite budget to crawl all these websites and everything on the internet and then index it and rank it for this niche when there's like trillions of backlinks pointing to legal websites. So they only care about links within the legal niche, not some random guest post blog with finance section that has, you know, top 10 tips for legal and this kind of stuff. They don't care about that. They only care about here. So these links don't matter and these links matter here. And I'm going to show you the process. So here's the interesting thing about SEO today. There's something called vector search, and that's a whole other topic. You can watch one of my videos on vector search to learn more about that process. Now, SEO in 2025 is very different. Google's been using something called vector search for a long time now. And this is what your large language models kind of clustering process looks like as well. Now, in order to rank for a specific keyword, you need to get backlinks from something that's semantically relevant and closely aligned to that topic, right? If we use the example of car insurance as an example, something that's closely related to it will be van insurance, truck insurance, motorcycle insurance. And so how does Google actually figure out these topics are semantically relevant? They use something called cosine similarity. And I have a video on cosine similarity which you can watch here. There's a whole series on that. And the really cool thing about it is it actually gives you the math that Google uses inside the algorithm. So to show you how closely and semantically aligned things are within the niche. niche. Now, the thing about a lot of the legal backlinks out there, and when we analyze legal sites, is 97% of the links on a specific website are not semantically related in the eyes of Google. And we have the specific math behind that. And if you want to get an audit of your legal backlinks for your website, please click on the link below and we'll basically do a cosine similarity process for you and show you how you're wasting your money and show you the difference between the links that you have and the links that we build and how Google looks at them differently. This is the secret. So that's the main thing here around backlinks for the legal niche. Now, another interesting part of the equation, which you might have heard of, which is the YMYL, or your money, your life. And these are kind of processes that Google's put in place to protect users that are searching. It basically demands extreme expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. And if you don't really have that within your niche, then it just basically signals a red flag and could be a specific scam for Google. And you're gonna find that large firms like JP Morgan's or Latham's and Watkins of Law have armies of content writers and outreach budgets that absolutely dwarf yours. And then they have really high ranking lawyers in the legal space that basically add a lot of authority and expertise to that specific niche. So part of the strategy here is the first thing that I said to you about cosine similarity and topical relevance and how to quantify that. And the second part is expertise and authority within the niche. Because if you just have a legal site that's like a small to medium legal site, website that might have 3 or 4 practice people on the website, but no accreditations, not published anywhere, it doesn't have as much weight as lawyers that are getting published in a lot of different locations, and Google is tracking that. The same way that they're tracking researchers getting citations, they're tracking lawyers in the same way. Another interesting part about legal SEO is the map packs, right? Like the Google My Business listings, because a lot of people looking for lawyers are looking in their local area. So you need to make sure that your citations for your local area are actually totally on point, because these citations actually matter from a Google My Maps listing. This part is actually pretty easy within local SEO or from an SEO agency perspective. I would say that, even if there are shonky SEO link providers that specifically in this space, it's really easy to get those citations right. If they get those wrong, beyond ridiculous, but because the other forms of backlinks that we're talking about here are much harder to get and acquire, then that's where the shortfall will be. And you're paying a lot of money to get shitty guest posts or whatever you want. You've got slick sales guys with slick agencies with slick proposals. And I think we had a call with someone yesterday that had a 3-year contract for SEO. Please, guys, stop signing SEO contracts. This is put in place by churn and burn agencies. It will never deliver anything for you. So stop doing it. Here's the strategy. As I talked to you before about topical relevance and cosine similarity for backlinks in your niche. Now you want to get links around divorce attorney specifically, and then San Francisco as well. And the combination of this cluster here plus California or San Francisco end up helping you rank together for divorce attorney, California, divorce attorney, San Francisco. These are the 2 clusters you want to put together, okay? And if you can do that correctly, that's the trick, because there's only a small amount of links that they're actually going to be able to get for ranking for the keyword term divorce attorney, California, or divorce attorney, San Francisco. There's only a small amount of links you're going to be able to get in that specific space. So you need to get those hyper-targeted links for divorce attorney and hyper-targeted links for the location that you want to go after. And obviously, if you're a DIY attorney or whatever the other types of attorney you are or other legal profession, it's basically, legal profession plus location. These are the 2 things that you want to put together. You need to stop going after legal website with DR80 and all this kind of stuff. The websites need to rank in the specific topic that they're about. They need to rank in the top 20 for a specific keyword that's relevant to what you're trying to rank for. So if you're trying to rank for divorce attorney, they should be ranking for keyword terms around divorce. This is what needs to be in the top 20. That website and that specific page needs to rank in the top 20. Now, not doing that, then the link pretty much doesn't exist in Google's eyes. And so many legal companies are wasting money around that. So this is what you need to do. Now, with legal websites, you probably had 6 to 10 SEO agencies have a crack at ranking you, and then you try one, you get burnt and you're in a contract, then you try another, you get burnt, you're in another contract, and that cycle continues for a while over many years. So the reality is your content, your landing page or the pages you probably have on the website are probably okay. Now, if they're not, or you want to target a new industry or a new niche or new location, there's a specific strategy that we use. And what we do is if we're going to launch a page around DIY Lawyer Texas, because we work with franchises in the US, different locations or different services in different locations. So say it's DIY Lawyer Texas as an example. Before the content is launched or live on the website, we go out and prospect in advance. We actually figure out where we can get links from, and we kind of get the prospecting list in place. Then as soon as we launch the content, we start to negotiate and do the outreach process to acquire links for that specific page. And what we're doing there is actually creating virality. We're launching a new page on the website, and then we're getting backlinks pointing at that page. And it creates a virality that Google really loves, and it kind of triggers something within the algorithm. So people ask us and go, how many links can you build to a page, or what's the velocity that you go at? If you're actually creating genuine content in your niche, like that's a landing page, but if you're creating like, a state of industry report about, DIY legal issues or something like that, we can throw as many links as we want at it because we're creating the virality. If something's really good in Google's eyes, then it goes viral, lots of backlinks point at it, so you can actually create a lot of backlinks. And if you create a strategic approach between the content team and an outreach or link building agency, it gets really, really powerful and you get much faster results. So I highly recommend doing that, and it's something that we can perform with you as well. So I hope I've convinced you enough now to stop chasing entry metrics and generic guest posting blogs. Your law firm needs links grounded in real expertise, local relevance, EEAT, and when your backlinks align with your practice areas and the services that you're providing, you will get the rankings that stick and the phone calls that follow. So are you ready to stop wasting budget on dead-end links? Then book in a call with us or book in Cosine Similarity Audit from us. Otherwise, you can also watch our next video, which is how to choose a law firm SEO agency. And if you do this, I absolutely promise you, you will never have to watch another SEO video on YouTube again because we'll have it sorted for you.